Hello! I took this underpowered, old, weak drill press, turned it into this. Okay, so what you got here is two drill presses that I got off the marketplace. Yeah, I got this $40 one and I got this $80 one. If you want to save money and really do it on the cheap, you could get this model and do what I'm going to show you. I'm going to go with this one mainly because it's heavier duty and rack and pinion system. I'm going to take this mag drill and this drill press, combine it together, make a drill press that will take the place of a floor standing industrial $25,000 to $3,000 model and have just as much power. I'm going to show you how to do it and why it makes so much sense. Let's go. Okay, I got some measuring and some cutting done. I got me a piece of 5/8 here that is going to hold the mag drill. You want to go with at least ½ inch because those mags are so powerful that if you start getting thinner than that, you're losing connectivity power. So you want to go at least ½ inch on most of these mag drills. I got a piece of 5/8 here I'm going to use. Then I got some inch by, I don't know, 3/16 that I'm just going to box that in so the mag drill fits right on there. Probably not important. You could just set it up there and magnetize it and you're going to be good. But I'm going to make a little box for it just so it slides into that. We're going to go over, set that mag drill up there and weld those pieces on. We'll go do that now. Okay, I got my top base plate built. I got my column marked here. I'm gonna have to modify this rack. Key here is when you mount your plate on here, the center of your chuck, you want it to be in the same position as this chuck. So the hole in your drill table coincides with the chuck on your new mag drill setup. I'm gonna start tearing this thing down. So I'm gonna get to that now. A couple of roll pins in there. Also some set screws. Oh, well, she's loose. Okay, I've got this pristine 1992 drill head and motor that I just can't throw away. If I did, I'd need it within 2 weeks, for sure. No doubt about it. So anyway, go down to the comments. Tell me what I can make out of this thing. Best comment wins some stuff. But we'll talk about that later. For now, we got to get this thing finished up. Let's go. All right, that was pretty easy. I'm gonna go chop this at my mark. Ooh, nice chunk of pipe left over. I like it. Before we go any further, I was inspecting this here collar. No signs of anywhere to take that tube out of this collar. So I've got to keep in mind where I weld this here plate on there. I got to get this all set up. Once I weld that on there, there ain't no turning back. I won't be able to do it. So this is going to be towards the end. So I got to get my rack and pinion all set up on here. I got to get the front edge of this thing marked, because that's got to be accurate. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay it on this here bench, grab my Sharpie, got my Sharpie right here, and I'm just going to let the gravity, I'm going to mark the furthest down spot on the front of this. So that should be dead square, straightforward. So we get this lined up, you know, in the proper way. We don't want it sitting over here or over here. We want her straight with this platform. I'm going to go get me a chisel and I'm just going to chisel that mark so I don't wipe it off down the road here. All right, got me a chisel. I'm going to just, perfect. I need to get this rack chopped down. Get me a measurement now, 11.5 inches. I'm gonna chop this, and I'm just kind of rambling. Or match that on this end. That actually looks pretty good. I hope that does it. I'm gonna try it out, we'll see. Seems like it fits perfect. Yeah, I think first time to shot, or first time to charm there. I think we got her dialed in. You know what, I'm gonna clamp that son of a gun down. I'm tired of fighting it. Let's see how much clearance we're gonna have clearance. Should get every job that I will ever do taken care of with that range. Gonna be about perfect, I think. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Before I go any further, I'm gonna throw this 5/8 annular cutter in there and drill some holes in this platform so I can use my welding clamp that I made. I got 3 or 4 of them made anyway. You can buy these on Amazon. I'll put the link on it, and I have a video. I'll have that link right up here. That video of where I made these clamps for my drill press, and they work on my drill press and my welding table. So anyway, I'm gonna drill some holes in that so I can use these clamps. They work pretty slick. Okay, I'm back. I've got some holes marked in here. I probably only need 2. I'm gonna do 4. I think 4 is twice as good. I was told not to use lube on cast one time. Tell me if that's right or not. Put down in the comments and let me know. One more. Just zoom in there a little bit there. So these just slide in there and you can clamp stuff down. I'm gonna go put some paint on these and I'll be back. Okay, new day, different shirt. I just wanted to take a second to check out how clean this area looks. Pretty good. I got all the stuff painted, ready to put back together. Before we do that, I'll check out the rest of the shop. I have a hard time breathing when I see it. But anyway, I'm gonna renovate this whole thing coming up in more videos. I'm gonna put barnwood up on a wall, cabinets, new workbench. The whole thing's getting renovated. It's gonna look awesome. You're not even gonna believe it. So subscribe. You're gonna wanna see that. Not to mention all the test videos I got coming up and shop videos coming up. I got a ton of stuff. I got a list a mile long that you're not gonna wanna miss, I promise. So let's get into putting this thing together. I just gotta put it all together and then weld the top plate on. Well, while he's welding, I'm gonna go over a few things. Right here's the main problem with these mag drills. Just not enough reach. This thing's gonna be able to do everything your drill press can do and more. No more slipping them belts. You get a direct drive, slip-free power of a $3,000 industrial machine in a fraction of the footprint. That's about it. You gotta see how much power that has coming up. We're gonna drill through a 1/2-inch plate with a 1-inch annular cutter. All right, guys, I just got her put back together. It went together smooth, real smooth. I also want to mention, I'm going to be doing some tests on these tool swings here coming up in July. You're going to want to get subscribed to see those. I got one that puts more than 20,000 pounds on one. We'll see if it survived. And I've got a weight drop coming off the ceiling coming up as well. You're going to check them out. If I was going to build one of these out of the smaller model, once you get your plate built, I would just take and brace from the back of this plate right here down to this platform. So let's get a close up, get this thing tested out. Little anchor lube on there. Nailed it. Best comment wins this free t-shirt, just like the one I'm wearing. Remember this thing right here? Comment down below what you think I should do with it next. Gonna pin the best comment Saturday, May 9th. You get the free t-shirt. Now, the best trick of the whole video. See this piece of angle iron? I know you've all been here. You're gonna set it up on your rollers, so you're gonna be even with your platform or your drill. You're down here, you're adjusting. Come over here, needs to go up a little and grab it. You got a lot of weight on it. You're trying to get that adjusted. Oh, that looks good. What a pain in the butt. I got the solution for that. See this through hole right here? Throw this piece on your workbench, grab your mag drill, line it down, line it up with that through hole, hit the magnet, line up your center points, and drill that son of a gun. That easy. Now your mag drill works great for any situation. Frames, beams, regular drill press situation, long pieces on the bench with a through hole. I guess you now know everything I know. Go put it to work.